Welcome to the first episode of We've Got Whiskey, where we go out and share interesting things about aviation. I'm Sean Lynch, and I am sitting here in Oshkosh, Wisconsin at exit 113 on Interstate 41. Exit 113 is where, if you're attending Oshkosh AirVenture, that is the main exit that you will exit for Wittman Regional Airport and the show. Today is December 22nd, and what I want to do is take you on a perimeter ride-along of what the AirVenture Grounds look like and what Wittman Regional Airport looks like on any given day outside of that AirVenture is going on. So thanks for coming along, and I hope you enjoy this little tour of Wittman Regional Airport. So if we were on I-41 northbound, that would be the sign right there for Highway 26 and County Road N, exit 113. Keep an eye out for if you're coming to the show, keep an eye out for the big BP sign here for the Plainview gas station and truck stop. I'm going to swing in here real quick and top off the car. All right, got the A4 all fueled up here, and we are ready to go on this little ride here. The Plainview gas station here at exit 113, pretty good selection of anything that you might need, essentials during AirVenture. Or if you're passing through Oshkosh to go to the AirVenture Museum or on a road trip down Interstate 41, Plainview gas station, great place to stop in there. So we're coming up on the interchange here for southbound Interstate 41. You can see the sign for Green Bay North and to the right for Milwaukee South. During the show, there will be Wisconsin State Police out here directing traffic because of the great flow of vehicles coming from the north. And this exit is really at the south edge of the city of Oshkosh. So anything that you need, Walmart, Target, groceries, it's all north of here. And during the show, exit 116 is pretty much shut down. So all traffic flows down here to exit 113. Here we have the northbound entry for Interstate 41. And we're going to make a left here onto Poberezny Road. About 20 degrees outside. With the wind chill, we're probably at about 16 this morning. Up here on the right is the Wisconsin Veterans Museum, open on the weekends with free admission. We've got a variety of military equipment and vehicles. It's not an aircraft hangar here, it's Elro steel. Got Ripple Avenue, and that is a right. You can actually take that as a back entrance into the Camp Scholler campground. And we're coming up on the AirVenture Grounds now. Here's the berm over here. On the other side is the Camp Scholler campground. see all of the row markers, the street markers there. The EAA Aviation Museum billboard. West gate of Camp Scholler, the main entrance for Camp Scholler, campground registration right here. Something new that they added this year is additional parking, and this is where the general day parking access entrance is. Coming up on the EAA Museum, a couple of the aircraft mounted on display. We're going to make a right here, and we'll drive up to where the main parking lot is for AirVenture, Oshkosh Street, Oshkosh Avenue. Again, big parking area for the AirVenture Grounds. Sleepy Hollow Farm is an independent campground that is also open during AirVenture. If you don't want to camp with AirVenture facilities, you can camp at Sleepy Hollow. Here we are at the main parking area for AirVenture. You can see the bus park coming up here. Coming up on the control tower and the exhibit buildings. World's busiest control tower, week out of the year. Somebody doing a little flying this morning on this cold, clear day. There are still some folks that live right on the edge of the airport here. Cute little houses. Can't make a right here. They've got the gate closed at Pelton, but we will take this next right here. You can see the AirVenture Museum and the Pioneer Airfield. There you have the Project 21 construction underway. It's a modernization of the museum with new exhibits for pilot proficiency and youth interaction. So we're on Knapp Street now, and if you attend to AirVenture anytime during the week, this is basically the outflow for traffic at the end of the day. Coming up on where Warbirds area of the flight line is, and then general aviation camping. Here we have one of the shower facilities for general aviation camping. Around the bend here. Here's the intersection of Pobresny and Knapp. So I'm going to make a left here onto South Park Avenue, and I want to show you my most favorite view of the airfield. Coming up to the intersection, the interchange for Interstate 41, we are at exit 116 now. Typically, 51 weeks a year, if you're coming to Wittman Regional Airport, this is where you would exit. We are facing west right now, so to the right is north to Green Bay, and we're coming up on the left to Milwaukee. If we continue driving this State Road 44 here, we would reach Ripon. This is the way to get to Ripon, Wisconsin. If you want to go out and watch the Fisk arrival happen during AirVenture, it's a pretty fun thing to do, and it doesn't take very long to drive out there. It's only about a 20-minute drive. Wisconsin staple here, Quick Trip. Not as big of a truck stop as Plainview has, but Quick Trips are really nice. So we'll make the U-turn here at Washburn Street. Washburn is kind of a artery for Oshkosh, and if you take Washburn north, you will reach Walmart, you'll reach Festival Foods, Lowe's, Dick's Sporting Goods, and it basically is the service road for the west side of 41. Fleet Farm as well. All right, so we're coming over the interchange here, and this is my most favorite view of the field. Especially at night. I just love coming over the hump here and just seeing the airfield from this perspective. It's just so cool. EAA has a Winter Family Flight Fest coming up in February. That'll be a fun event. You can see runway 9 and 27 out there, the happy lights aglow. We got Friar Tuck's Restaurant and Cocktails here. Very popular place during AirVenture. Some of the accommodations, if you don't want to camp, Super 8 Motel. Laundromat there and dry cleaning. Another BP gas station. We got the Quality Inn here, some more accommodations. Hangar Bar and Grill is an excellent restaurant. Great aviation theme in there. And of course the Hilton Garden Inn, the most luxurious hotel we have on the field. And there's actually aircraft parking specifically for Hilton Garden Inn. And we're going down 20th Street now. Here's the EAA Weeks hangar and the EAA Welcome Center hangar, Flight Research Center. Our main post office for Oshkosh. Coming up on Knapp Street. Knapp Street also a artery to reach things on the north side of the airfield. North side T hangars. We'll make a quick right here. Sign for the EAA Chapter 252 hangar. The old Basler facility. Here's the EAA Chapter hangar. Do a little U-turn. See the VOR antenna out there. The main general aviation ramp and the new terminal building. It's a nice DC-3. It's pretty much a static display, although during AirVenture 734 Hotel does get towed down to vintage aircraft camping, and it's on display down there, so that's a cool thing. But this is where it lives, the 51 weeks a year. 20th Street, of course, a very busy thoroughfare here on the north side of the field. Got the large corporate hangars. We'll just do a quick drive through of the new terminal. Very nice new modern building. Unfortunately, they had to tear the old terminal down. The old terminal was here for 50 years and unfortunately just was not kept up to par with what you need to do for a building built in 1971, and the county decided it would be more advantageous to build the new terminal, and so we have that now. Hopefully the future site of Flight 247 offices right there, the former service station. Here comes another quick trip, and we're coming up to Oregon Street. One of the corporations that is headquartered here in Oshkosh is the Oshkosh Truck Company and Oshkosh Defense. And here, part of their office is right here on the right. So now we're turning onto Hughes Street. See the control tower and the east hangars. And you have the good fortune this morning to be riding with me, and I've got access to this side of the airfield, so we'll come in and we'll do a little drive-by through the hangars here on our way southbound along the field. Pause here for a moment just to let the gate close behind us. All right, gate's all shut. So the east hangars here there's a few different outfits. Obviously, we've got the Wittman Regional Airport ground maintenance, where they keep the snow plows and the pavement crews here. There's Myers Aviation out here, and Sonic's Aircraft Company is here too. So where the Sonic's home-built airplanes are put together, we're looking at it straight ahead. To the right here is Aviation Services, one of the flight schools we have on the field. They've got a Beach Sundowner and I believe a Duchess that you can fly along with. Steve Davis is the instructor, and he's a great instructor. I've flown with him, and really good place to get some flight instruction done. Obviously, we were just pointed at the west side of the field there where the AirVenture Grounds are. Take a little spin through the T-hangars. Got runway 31 directly ahead of us and Charlie 3 taxiway. Runway 3113 is closed during AirVenture, and it actually becomes a little mini fighter town village out here because all the transient fighters that come into the show, that there's not parking for them on Airshow Center and the West Ramp. This is where they stage them out here, so it's pretty cool. There's the AirVenture Grounds out there, control tower, pointing to runway 36. Now we'll continue on southbound. There's somebody doing being a good good neighbor for the airport. They're driving nice and slow and making sure the gate is closed. Pet peeve of mine, even though we're not a very busy airport, is people that punch the gate code in and then they just drive off with the gate wide open. We'll get close here, let the gate open up. Gates closing behind us. And the aviation services phone number I'm seeing on the board here is 920-410-FLY1, Fox Lima Yankee 1. So if you want to take some flight instruction with Steve Davis, give him a call. Another private residence right here on the perimeter fence. Very nice property, very run down, but it would be amazing to live there. Be the perfect aviation bed and breakfast. Nice view of the AirVenture Grounds off the right side here. You can see the EAA warehouse, control tower, exhibit buildings, Vintage Aircraft Association, part of the field. Quite a few businesses here on the east side of the airport. Fox Valley Meteorology, Metrology. Badger Mill Supply, Arrowhead Conveyor Corporation. And during the show, all of these companies have their parking lots blocked off. Obviously, you could understand, be a great place to come and watch activity on this side of the airfield, but of course, when AirVenture is going on, these businesses don't shut down, so they have to do something to make sure that people that don't belong there aren't crowding their parking spots. Now we're coming up on Basler turbo conversions, where they take DC-3s and restore and modify the airplanes to create the BT-67, the turboprop variant of the DC-3. Nice aircraft up at altitude there. Contrail going. So the cool thing about Basler is they have this boneyard here. About 15 aircraft that are just parked here and they pull pieces off. Very, very sorry to see. I mean, some of these have been here forever, and it makes you just wonder what things are even good still on the airplanes. Obviously, some things are obvious, but still, they're just derelict hunks sitting here. I called over to ask about buying some seats out of one of the airplanes, and they kind of laughed at me, which is annoying. But, you know, and their response was, well, the stuff that we have here is still good. Like, okay. Here we have the front side of Basler Turbo Conversions. This is where That's All Brother was found, in the Basler Boneyard. You can see another C-47 sitting there. Needs an engine, propeller, waiting to get back to flying. We've got Fox Valley Tech's Aeronautical Center right there, one of the top flight schools in North America for collegiate training to become an airline pilot, and also aircraft mechanic as well. So for the next few minutes, there's really nothing to see at the airport. I will make a right here onto this street. This is Ripple. So if we make a right on Ripple, there's another neat view area. They've created this business park over here on the east side of the airfield, and it's a really, really nice area, but it has not taken root. There are no businesses that are coming into this place, and it's kind of a shame, but it's really beautiful. I've come out here and run, and it's very, very nice, pristine. Now that they have all the cornfield cut down, now you can really see the airfield very well. There's an access gate directly ahead of us and a roundabout. This would actually be a really, really excellent place to come and just hang out and watch things from this side of the field during AirVenture. We're right across from the glide slope antenna there. You can see, if you can see it through the fence, and that's where the ultralight landing field is, as well as the Twin Pines Cafe. You can see it out there in the distance. Gate 16 here off Ripple. Wow, another wow, this is really cool here. So let's see if the glare, how bad the glare is, but double contrails coming across right now. It's beautiful. Tilt the camera, you can see it. If you've ever seen pictures of aircraft arriving at Oshkosh, there's a hangar that says Cloud 9 on it. We just went past the road that you'd be able to access where Cloud 9 is. Cloud 9 was where Steve Wittman actually lived. That was his private hangar, and it's still there. So hopefully it will always be a permanent thing on the field. You know, we lost the control tower, the original Oshkosh control tower, back in 2010, I believe, and now we've lost the terminal in September of this year. Cloud 9 is one of the last remaining pieces. Gotta pull over here. The contrails look really, really cool at this point. All right, back underway here. So now we are heading south. There's not much to see for the next couple minutes. Coming up on County Road N now. And you can see that if we make a right turn, we'll be heading to Interstate 41. Intersection of County N and County I here at the four-way stop. As we make the right turn west, we are now on the road that forms the southernmost perimeter of Wittman Regional Airport. A couple farms, horse stable here, South Sunnybrook Stable. Once we clear these trees, then we will see the perimeter fence of the airport. line coming up here. And here comes Knapp Street. It's pretty remarkable that AirVenture has become so big that it now comes all the way to County Road N. It's just amazing how much it's expanded. Give you a better view as we're going past here. So the southernmost facilities, they've got a little grocery store and facilities for the campers there. You can see where we just were on the other side of the field, those buildings there, off on the east side. That's Ripple. There still are some folks that have private residences here along the airfield perimeter. Very, very pretty homestead here. Can't do better than that, having your backyard face right up along the AirVenture grounds. Big vacant lot now. It was an old farm. They tore it down earlier this summer. Do a quick right turn onto the other side of Ripple. There's the glide slope antenna where we were just on the other side of Ripple. As we're backing out here now, you can see Twin Pines Cafe and the ultralight runway here. Ultralight red barn and the control tower in the distance. Back onto Knapp Street. Here's Sylvia's Bed and Breakfast and Ed's Camping and Parking for other accommodation options if you come to AirVenture. Coming up to the intersection of Knapp Street and Pond. Vintage Aircraft Camping, the Hangar Cafe, the Vintage Aircraft Association campus right there with their hangar and the red barn. Coming up on Theater in the Woods. have the turn, the roundabout here, or the cul-de-sac right here at gate 26. There's the control tower, the Collins Exhibition Building B, the Government Pavilion Building D, the Camp Store Red Barn, and the EAA maintenance facilities. And here we have Camp Scholler. And it's just one of these things that if you've never seen this in the non-AirVenture time, it just is like, oh my gosh. Just empty trees, no campers, no tents. Just very peaceful forest. It's just such a different look and view when AirVenture is not happening. These buildings to the right here is an interesting thing. This is where they do all of the preparation for all of the plants and flowers that are used to decorate the AirVenture grounds. The binder house. And that's where they stage and they do all of the gardening preparation there. Really neat, interesting volunteer opportunity if you're not into aviation but you're into botany and horticulture, or if you just like to do gardening and work with flowers. A really neat opportunity there. All right, so we're almost coming to the end of the full loop, and what we'll do here is we'll make a right onto, I can't remember the street, we're coming up on it. Oh, Ripple again. So here we are on the south back side of Camp Scholler. And again, this would be completely full of campers. And we're actually, there's actually an access gate. Either there's Doolittle, there's a paved access gate here. Another private residence. Yeah, here's the access gate here. Stitz. It's the CF gate. And over to the right here is one of the AirVenture storage areas. I think that's the Poberezny house right there. I'm not 100% for sure, but that is part of the EAA grounds as well. So we'll make a right back onto Poberezny. We just went past Elrose Steel, and we will finish this off by driving past the front side of the AirVenture Museum. I really hope that you've enjoyed this ride along. If you're not from Oshkosh or you don't live near Oshkosh, this is a site that you don't get to see. You know, so many people that visit AirVenture are like, oh man, you know, like it'd be so awesome to live in Oshkosh. The place, you know, it's aviation mecca. It's gotta just be jumping and like aviation stuff just going on all the time. Like, oh man, like people that live in Oshkosh must just love aviation and stuff. And all of that stuff, it's not really a thing. You know, Oshkosh is a great place to live. It's a wonderful community, but you know, people just live their lives. And yeah, there are people that are all about aviation that live here, and there are some great opportunities and things, but it's not like this boom town of aviation where all this exciting stuff is always happening and turning and burning. So I really hope again that you enjoyed this. Thanks for coming along on this ride along with me, and keep an eye out for more things, more episodes from We've Got Whiskey. aviation's just really fun, and there are so many different interesting things about it that you can take for granted or not realize, and that's kind of the focus of what I'm doing here with We Got Whiskey. So finishing off our ride around here, going past the AirVenture Museum, one of the C-47s that EAA owns that's on a permanent static display here at Pioneer Field. And you can see the Hilton Garden Inn off there in the distance and the Super 8. And we're coming up on that intersection of Poberez. Thanks for watching. We've got whiskey. Until next time, notify on initial contact you have whiskey. See ya.